Are you thinking about vlogging your next hike? I'm gonna guess if you clicked on this video, you probably are. So here are 5 essential things to keep in mind before you pick up your camera and head off on your next adventure. Hi, my name is Megan. Join me as we explore new places together, hike some trails, and enjoy this adventure outdoors. This first one might sound like common sense, but you need to actually enjoy content creation. And I don't just mean taking videos and taking pictures, but also the editing and the posting process, because in some way, your days are going to revolve around that. I found this to be especially true on 0 days. Now, if you're not familiar with the term 0 day, that essentially just refers to a rest day that is taken in the middle of a long backpacking trip. Rest day is kind of ironic because in reality, this day is 0 miles hiked of trail, but you're actually spending the day doing town chores. So maybe you're doing your laundry, maybe you're going grocery shopping, maybe you're hanging out with friends. However, my 0 days, I find if I'm vlogging my trip, are often spent scouting out locations that have good Wi-Fi or a quiet place to film. So if you don't mind sacrificing a few of your 0 days to go towards content creation, then vlogging might be for you. But if you'd rather hang out with your friends by the fire and you don't see that as a possibility, maybe vlogging while you're out on your trip is not the best option. However, you can always save your footage and upload it or share it once you get back home. Here's one that no one likes to talk about. You will get a variety of reactions to your videos. If you maintain a positive attitude on trail, you're going to get accused of being too happy all the time and not sharing the authentic experience of trail life. But on the flip side, if you complain or share the realities of a hard day, you might get called entitled because it is a privilege that you're out there hiking. And while yes, that is true, some days, just like in life on trail, are hard. My advice with this would be twofold. First of all, know your why behind your vlogging. And second of all, just be yourself. Your people will be your people. And to be honest, most people online, in the hiking community especially, are encouraging, are uplifting, are there to support you. But there will be a couple people that are just going to be those keyboard warriors, and you have to look past it. You can't let it get to you. And just be authentic, enjoy your experience, and your people will find you and support you. And this YouTube community, as I can speak from experience, has been amazing to be a part of. Run, little guy, run! He's speedy. The third tip is to keep your gear setup simple. Now, my video quality, or whatever you want to call it, is nothing to write home about. I kept my setup extremely simple and just filmed with my iPhone and edited with iMovie. But I will say from experience, on the first part of the trail, I hiked with several people who brought expensive cameras and really nice gear. And by about day 3 or 4, they were looking for a post office to send their stuff home. So keep in mind, anything that you're bringing with you, you have to carry it with you. I know that sounds straightforward, but you really don't think about it. Things that you might bring on a 2 or 3 day backpacking trip are things that you're probably not going to want to carry for months at a time. And they might have you looking for a post office sooner than you'd like. Another thing that I do want to mention with this point really quick is to have some sort of storage backup plan. I personally used Google Photos. Now that did require Wi-Fi for me to back everything up when I was in town. However, you can have a actual portable backup storage method or something online like Google Photos. But either way, you're going to run out of storage on your phone or your camera or your GoPro or whatever you are vlogging with. So best to figure that out before you set out on your hike. This next tip is super important for my fellow solo hikers out there, especially women, and it is to never share your location live with anyone. I mean, obviously that's different if you've got like a Life 360 app or you're Find My iPhone and you're sharing it with close friends and family, but I'm talking about when you're posting online. Never share your live location. Always delay it by at least a couple of days, and if not days, then a few weeks. Now, yes, this is for the purpose of safety so that no one knows where you actually are on trail, but also it does serve another purpose. It gives you time to edit and upload when you might not be in a spot with great service without feeling rushed or like you need to catch up to meet some deadline that you've set for yourself. So for example, on trail, you might come to towns or places that you take a 0 day or that you take a Nero or that you get in and you're planning on uploading your stuff only to find that they don't have great Wi-Fi and you're unable to upload anything. Now, if you are trying to keep up daily and upload daily, that's going to be an issue. However, if you're delayed by 2 or 3 weeks, no big deal, just wait until the next spot. My last tip for those of you thinking about vlogging your next hike would be to experience it first and document it later. Take it in with your own eyes first. And there were times on trail that I definitely had to remind myself of that. But for the most part, for me, vlogging really helps me to stay present in the moment and enjoy what's around me. I find when I'm narrating my experience or sharing it with others, I notice things that I might not have noticed otherwise, like little flowers or butterflies or beetles, or just the way that the light is shining through the trees. I do remember, however, there was this one time when I was in the Roan Highlands, and I remember sitting up there on one of the balds and thinking to myself, this is a moment that I just want for me. I didn't want to pull out the camera. I didn't want to film anything. I just wanted to be there and be present and take a few moments to take it all in, the reality of what I was undertaking at that moment. And I think it's important to keep in mind that you're going to have both of those experiences and to let yourself have both of those experiences. Let yourself experience nature purely and rawly, and then also know when it's time to share that with others. And you'll have plenty of beautiful sunrises and sunsets and mountains and rainy days to share as you're vlogging and to capture to remember for later. But always remember to experience it first with your own eyes and capture it second. So those are 5 things that I've learned through vlogging some of my trails that I've been on. If you are planning on vlogging your upcoming trip or adventure, I would love to hear about it. So drop it down in the comments below. And if you find this kind of content helpful or encouraging, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you all very soon in another adventure outdoors. Bye!